Welcome to another Vintage Cube Draft, but I wanted to say this is going to be a special week on the channel. It's going to be no artifacts week. And what I mean by that is I'm going to try to rebalance my range a little bit. I will not be drafting the artifact deck in Vintage Cube at all this week. The one exception, if I see a Tolarian Academy in the first 3 picks, and it's the right pick to make, obviously I'm not taking it over like a Lotus or something, then yeah, I'll go that direction maybe. But other than that, we are not drafting artifacts, and I'm not obviously telling other people in the draft this, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes. But I decided we'll take a little breather here. Okay, so what do we want to do? Pick one, pack one here. There's Barrogoyf, Fury from the Catacombs, Path to Exile, Currency Converter. Oh, but no, the rules. I actually think it might just be Inquisition of Kozilek. Inquisition, I think, is quite strong. The 1 mana discard is really good. And I think that's a pretty reasonable pick to make, even if you weren't under such constraint. Hold on, let me just, all right, to get OBS going the right way. Let's go. Yeah, I'll take Inquisition, passing to Paul Chenis, who's going to take maybe a black card, hopefully like Barrogoyf for Fury, Path, one of those cards, maybe Currency Converter, I'm not sure. Oh, look at that, perfect. I get to take Deep Cavern Bat right afterwards. Passing Bob and Freebooter, and let's see, there's Mana Confluence, Winds of Abandon, Fiery Confluence, Odawara, Pinnacle Emissary, Sarah Paragon, Only Peacekeeper. Yeah, there's 7 good cards that don't even count the 2 black cards, so I think there's a pretty decent chance I get one of those back, but I'm going to take Bat. Fiery Confluence is also great, but no real reason to take a red card after taking a good black card. And then here, oh, I actually think this is a pretty clear Underground Sea. I do like Emperor of Bones, but I think this is such a good start to blue-black, which I think is one of the better decks in the cube, that I kind of want to just take Underground Sea. If I take Emperor, though, Emperor is also a really strong card. If I take Emperor, then I'm just black whatever. Again, I don't know what my second color is yet. That's actually pretty close, man. I'm torn between these two because just having Underground Sea makes your decks function so much better if you end up in blue-black, which I think these cards are really good there, but I could just take another black card. All right, I'll just take another black card and I'll see where things go. Here, there's a Sunset Saboteur. I actually don't think this card's too bad. 2 mana 4/1, Menace, Ward, discard a card. The downside is you have to give their creatures +1/+1 counters. I mean, it's that or just take like a Sacred Foundry. I don't really want Upheaval. I don't think Unholy Heat is strong enough to take here. Maybe I do just take Sacred Foundry. Mardu's also good. Taking Sunset Saboteur 4th, but I guess it might not come back. All right, let's just take the Saboteur. It feels this is a good spot to be in. Now I probably will take Godless Shrine. I don't know. I still don't know what colors I'm going to be in, but black-white is good as well as black. I mean, black-green is the only combination I don't like, but black-blue, black-red, and black-white are all great. So let's just take Godless Shrine over. Manifold Key is like the best card in the pack, I think. Obviously, if you have a Thopter Foundry Sword is good. And then here, Fatal Push, Strix, Creeping Tar Pit, and Sculler. Sculler could come back. I think I'm going to take Fatal Push anyway. Again, it's a mono black card. I only have black cards so far, which isn't bad. And I just think Fatal Push is just one of the excellent removal spells. And maybe Sculler or Strix, one of the 2 comes back. I'm not sure. We'll have to see where we're at by that time. And then here, it's a late Retrofitter. There's also a Raucous Theater, a Voltaic Key. So both keys are gone. An Oust and a Pyroblast. Retrofitter would be more of a hate draft, but I feel like I haven't passed that much artifacts. I could take Pyroblast, find a black-red, it's very good. I do have a white land, so maybe I just take the Oust, because I kind of feel like black-white is totally fine. And then here, this is kind of tough too, because there is a Hildebrand Manderville, which I think is just an okay card. 3 mana instant, make a 2/2, and then 2 mana 2/2 pump for creature tokens, but you can just keep looping it. And then that part's kind of nice. There's Raffine. I have a white-black land, and Raffine is really good. There's an Oliphant if I end up in red. Oliphant's also nice with Emperor Bones. I just take Oliphant. I think it's the strongest card. Maybe I end up in blue and want Raffine, but I think Oliphant is just kind of a stronger card in general, and I still don't know which direction I'm. The blue cards haven't been flowing. Here, I can either hate Worldspine Worm or Relic of Sauron. No one's open Flash. I did pass a couple keys, Retrofitter. Maybe I just hate the Relic. I mean, I could also take Enduring Innocence. That would be a good card for me, maybe if I end up in white, but I think Enduring Innocence is pretty replaceable. Okay, so Bob didn't wheel. Pinnacle Emissary, Mightstone. So I guess maybe people aren't even drafting artifacts. I think I just take Anointed Peacekeeper here. I like Sarah Paragon too, but just good disruption. This is kind of like a black-white beatdown deck. Well, taking Emperor Bones over Underground Sea, I think did work out. Taking maybe Enduring Innocence over Relic would have been better, but Relic's a really strong card, and until I saw this pack, I was a little worried that I was passing some of those things. Now, Skyclave or Shadowy Backstreet. I think I gotta have to go with Shadowy Backstreet. I think Skyclave is just okay. I mean, the card's fine, but I haven't found that card to be, like, amazing. And then here, I think Ursine is, like, maybe generically the best card, but Witness and Lumberjack have the highest high end. All these cards are a little situational. Will I play Carnage Interpreter? Honestly, I might. I don't think I give up much by passing 2 anti-artifact cards. And then here, I'll take Aragorn. The upside on Aragorn is so much higher. Canker Blooms, whatever. Carnage Interpreter is also kind of whatever. Light Wishclaw. So, Debrate Bro, I think, is just playing blue, is my guess. All right, well, it's okay. Mox Pearl will save me from any regret about Tolarian Academy and Urza. But, yeah, I'm taking Pearl, Shipping Academy, Urza, Reprieve, Sage of the Skies. Maybe I'll get a Figure of Destiny back or Blood Tithe. I don't even know if I'm in the market for either of those cards, but obviously Pearl's great. Pearl is going to make... These decks end up with lots of 2-drops. Having a Mox in them is just fantastic. All right, well, I like white as my second color here. The Mox also makes the Carnage Interpreter a bit more viable as well. And I have Oliphant as a pretty easy inroad to splashing red if that comes up. Maybe Sacred Foundry over Sunset Saboteur would have worked out better. Who knows? All right, well, now there's a Time Walk, which I guess I will be taking. There's also Reanimate, Tinker, Remand, Hullbreach. Wow, powerful pack. Paul Chinas is not playing blue. There's no blue card you take over Time Walk. Well, could have opened Lotus, I guess. That's not entirely true. But is most likely not playing blue and opened like Mox, Ruby, Time Walk playing red. Well, I'm certainly not passing that. And that kind of makes me want to go Esper. I wish I had taken that Rafine now. What did I take over Rafine? I guess I took Godless Shrine. Is that right? No, I took Oust, I think. No, I took Oliphant. Yeah, I guess I wish I took Oliphant over Rafine, or Rafine over Oliphant. Now there's a Consultation. Also a Skull Clamp. This could be a good Skull Clamp deck. Oh, that Enduring Innocence. Though Relic of Sorin with Time Walk is good. It's not 0% that I play Relic. I think I will take Skull Clamp here. I don't think I'm in the market for Demonic Consultation. That doesn't seem like where I'm at. Clamp, especially with the Mox, I feel like I can build towards it. Oh, here I kind of got to take Watery Grave to make this Time Walk work. And there's like Voidwalker, Council's Judgment, Glimmerlands, Giver. These cards are all interesting. Because I think Rumble, Bobble, Star Charts are definitely going to go. Once Upon a Time maybe should, but I don't know how many green drafters there necessarily are. But so maybe I wheel something there. Even if I don't, I think I got to take Watery Grave. I want to cast this Time Walk. Oh, Thoughtseize? Yeah, money. Over Petal and Preordain and Containment Priest. Haven't seen much white this pack. It's possible that Paul here is playing white. In which case, I'll just get white cards in pack 3, though maybe I just kind of factor in, well, with 2 white lands and a Pearl, I'm not really moving away from white. It might not be a huge part of the deck, but we'll have to see. And then here, yeah, no one's artifacts. I guess I passed Academy and then I'm passing all these, but whatever. Saheeli too. Cut Down versus Darkslick Shores. I don't think Touch the Spirit Realm was as good. I have Fatal Push and Oust. All right, I'm going to take Darkslick Shores. And then here, not an Imperial Seal deck, not really a Talisman deck. I don't think I want Bankbuster because I have Skull Clamp as my card draw engine, though Bankbuster is good with all these ones. It really is. I don't want to play Imperial Seal in this kind of deck. I could take Baleful Mastery. That card is certainly playable. It's good against the Consultation deck. Is there any thought to playing Talisman? No, I should just take Baleful Mastery. I think that's fine. And then here, wow. Wasteland, a white-black land, 2 blue-white lands, a No More Lies, and a Concealing Curtains. I like Curtains a good amount. I like these lands a lot. Celestial Colonnade is awesome. I only have 1 tap land. The rest are untapped. I mean, No More Lies is great too. My mana is looking pretty good. I think I just take Colonnade. I really like having that. And then here, probably not going to Blood Tithe. I'll take Figure. It's possible if I get the right lands, Figure's playable, though. It doesn't seem great. Maybe I just hate... Oh, maybe I hate Doomsday. I passed Consult, or hate Gristlebrand. I got a late Wishclaw Talisman, so they weren't in that kind of deck to begin with. How likely is it that I'm going to play Figure? I guess not that likely. Let's just take the Gristlebrand. I also do have this Emperor Bones for what it's worth. Now it's Fairy Mastermind versus Hymn to Turok versus Tidebinder. I'm passing some good blue-green stuff. I still don't have a great Skull Clamp deck, by the way. Maybe I should just take him. I have a lot of black lands. Yeah, him is pretty great when you can cast it. And then here, I'm in for an Oculus. I usually am. I have a lot of spells. I don't have any fetches, but I have a Surveil land. I have a bunch of cheap spells. I just find this card is a really good finisher. And then Glimmerlands came back. Someone took Elvish Mystic over Rumble and Once Upon a Time. Wow. I think I want Glimmerlands over Council's Judgment, partially because it's double white, partially because I think Glimmerlands would be pretty nice in this kind of deck. And then here, I guess I'll hate the Endstone. Weird draft so far. Yeah, Carnage Interpreter I'm not sure about. I have a lot of black lands, which is nice. I guess I have 1 blue-white land, 2 blue-black lands, 2 black-white lands. So casting this Hymn to Turok does not seem too bad. Oh, Carnage Interpreter Oculus is kind of a combo. You play Interpreter and discard a couple cards that'll later fuel an Oculus. It's kind of nice. All right, well, I'm happy with the Emperor Bones over Underground Sea pick, especially since I got the Watery Grave later anyways. I could use a little more help with Skull Clamp. I feel like I got cut on white this pack. The only white card I took was a couple lands and a Glimmerlands, basically. Here, I think Palantir is easier to play than Saheeli, but neither of them are particularly great. All right, well, let's just get a Moxjet to complete the Hard Ancestral. Okay. All right, Ancestral Time Mox. So now, passing Palace Jailer to Thopter Foundry to go with that sword, Corpse Dance, just a bunch of stuff. Maybe I'll get Selfless back. Now, I really need to just find... First of all, Snapcaster Mage would be amazing. I just need to find Interaction, because I have some pretty good card draw spells. And I already have Inquisition and Thoughtseize. Wow, Inquisition and Thoughtseize Ancestral is pretty nice. So let's just get some good ones, huh? No, good ones, not this. What is this? I could take Entomb. I have Emperor of Bones and Gristlebrand. I could take... Excuse me. Cycling Land. This can't get Colonnades. It's a black-white cycler. This is going to wheel some percentage of the time. Same with Talisman. I guess I will just take Entomb. I have a bunch of card draw now. I don't know. Entomb could be good. I have Entomb, Gristlebrand, and Emperor of Bones, but we also haven't seen much in the way of animates. I guess I just passed a Corpse Dance, but so we could easily get Animate Dead. We saw Reanimate. That one we did pass. We passed Tinker, Reanimate in the same pack. So I passed to Debate Bro here. Academy, Tinker, all this stuff. Oh, here I think I want to take JVP. I just have 2 really busted blue cards to flash back, and I think it's going to be better than Miscalc. Passing Steel Cutter, Miscalc, Lorien Revealed, Prismatic Ending would be nice. There's some pretty good ones in there. This is just an awesome JVP deck. Look at all the cheap spells. There's so many. Not sure about the Carnage Interpreter or Anointed Peacekeeper, though I kind of like Peacekeeper. It's hard for Peacekeeper not to trade even on mana, because if they have a cheap removal, you can name that, and then they have to spend 4 mana to kill it or something. And often it's you play this, it delays a play or makes them play a worse play for a turn. Oh man, as much as I like Flooded Strand, I got to take Snapcaster. I just have 2 of the best cards, the literal 2 best cards to Snapcaster. And I already have a bunch of lands, and I don't have that many white cards, so I feel okay about doing that. True Name, Snuff Out, Night's Whisper, Liliana, all the cards I would want. Honestly, I'd play every card in this pack except Colossus, Razorverge, Thicket, Cogwork, Talisman. All the black and white cards look pretty good to me, but I've got to take Snappy. I think the Oculus is still going to be good. Snapcaster fights it a little bit, but Jace fills the graveyard nicely. Okay, well, this is a nice one. What would be the best thing for me to find? I'm not going to get Force of Will at this point, but Force of Negation or Daze would be really good, because counters are the one thing I'm missing. I do have a lot of discard. Well, there's Daze. There's also Dark Ritual. Not a Mind Twist Dark Ritual deck. Daze is still not as good as Verdant. Verdant gets both of my lands. It's a tri-land. That's just too important. So as much as I like Daze, I think I have to take Verdant. My card power level's through the roof. I am a little short on playables, and I really don't want to put Palantir in this deck. You know, it's possible I play Relic of Sorin. We'll have to see. There's an Exhume and a Woodfall Primus. I just don't want to play those cards. There's a Scrubland. Let's see, how many playables am I at? Not counting Gristlebrand, I'm at 22 lands right now. Okay, so I need to pick up like 5 more playables. And if I get some animates, it might be less because I can play this Entomb Gristlebrand. I'm just looking at this Lose Focus versus Scrubland versus Mentor, Spellbomb, Exhume. I think I just take Lose Focus. I don't have any counters yet. Oh, now there's Felia and Shallow Grave and Hallowed Fountain. I don't need the Hallowed Fountain for a specific reason or for like to fix a fetch land, but obviously it'd be good to have. Shallow Grave. Unearth is also good. Shallow Graves only go to the Gristlebrand, but it's actually pretty sick with JVP too. And I'd have those 3. I guess this ended up being an Imperial Seal deck, funnily enough. Or I could just take Felia and have it be a good card. I'm just going to take the Felia, I think. Okay, look, now I take Mother of Runes. I think I take that over Yogg-Will, despite obviously having a potential Yogg-Will Time Walk turns. And now the Corpse Dance came back, but I kind of feel like I just take like Selfless Spirit or something like that. I guess if I had taken Shallow Grave, I could take Corpse Dance also, but I just, without tutors, I mean, I know I have Ancestral. Without tutors, that just seems so hard. I don't really want a double white card. Adeline is nice with Clamp and Time Walk. Maybe I just do play it. It's so much better, and this deck could use like another pretty solid card. And then I like Talisman of Dominance here. Passing a late Relic and Outcome doesn't mean Debate Rails not artifacts, makes it a little less likely. I don't think I want the double white card, and I really don't like Gemstone Mine in this kind of deck. This deck's gonna want to tap it a bunch of times. Not a Dig Through Time deck. I don't really think it's a Gemstone Caverns deck. This deck's pretty bad at using colorless mana. I have enough playables and all that. I could hate Quarry Steel Cutter. I didn't see a lot of red. Maybe I just do that. I don't know. Oh, True Name is nice. Okay, True Name Wield. I think that one is going to be pretty good. And then, oh, Staff of the Storyteller with Skull Clamp, Glimmer Lens. Felia. All right. I actually kind of don't mind Staff. And then I guess I'll hate Woodfall Primus. I'm not playing Indoraptor. Okay. I mean, I think this deck ended up pretty nice. I actually don't mind going into white at the end there. It's possible I want to not play this True Name, but I'll have to take a look at my mana. My mana also, especially with this Talisman, this fetch, seems pretty reasonable too. And then a last pick map. All right, let's go. All right, let's build this. Ended up kind of a weird mishmash. I could have taken Corpse Dance, but I just wouldn't. I don't think it would have been a great Reanimator deck. I would have ended up with like 1 Jace as a discard outlet, an Entomb, a Gristlebrand, a Corpse Dance, and a Shallow Grave, and Emperor Bones. That's not ideal. And I guess a Woodfall Primus, but that's not even good to Corpse Dance. So, and I guess a Wish Claw, but whatever. I'm going to not play those. Let's see if I can work on the mana first. Let's see. So if I want to have basically like a kind of a split 3-color deck where I'm playing a reasonable amount of cards of each color, how many sources can I get to? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blue. Oh, I have a couple more lands actually. Hold on. So let's see. 4. This is 16. So this is actually the right number of lands. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black plus Talisman. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blue plus Talisman. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white. So I basically ended up with kind of like 10 black, 8 blue, and 8 white. I think that's probably good enough to play cards of each color. like double, even including double color cards. Yeah, like, because like Staff is really good with Skull Clamp, good with Glimmer Lens, good with Felia. Blinking the Staff is good. And then I can also make tokens off of Adeline. Oculus actually doesn't make tokens. I guess Baleful Mastery costs 4. Oh, but I have to cut 2 cards. I could cut like the Adeline. Maybe like if, and maybe Sunset Saboteur is just not an amazing card. Wouldn't have played the Sacred Foundry either, so not that big of a deal. Skull Clamp right now is good with Staff. Clamp Snapcaster, could clamp Saboteur, could clamp Adeline tokens. It's not amazing. I could also potentially cut like Adeline, Skull Clamp, Staff of the Storyteller. And I mean, Relic of Sorin is not a crazy card to play. Relic Time Walk is good. Relic into Inquisition or Thoughtseize is good. Or all these 2s, Relic into him, lose focus. And I have a couple pieces of acceleration to accelerate it out. So it would be something like this. And then I would be able to cut a Plains if I wanted to for like another island. Could also clamp Mother of Runes. I don't know. I like Skull Clamp reasonably well. If I put in those 2, maybe I don't play the Relic. Maybe I don't play the Sunset Saboteur. That's pretty good with Time Walk. It just hits pretty hard. I do want to get the Adeline in though. If I do that, Carnage Interpreter is also a card I could potentially not play, but it looks like a kind of nice Carnage Interpreter deck. And again, Time Walk is good with like 5 power creatures. It's good with all, True Name, all that stuff. I could also not play Baleful Mastery. Oh, this is interesting. All right, I think I'm going to cut this pile and play the Adeline Staff. Adeline just seems really good in this deck. Also insane with Time Walk. I mean, a lot of cards are, but I'm not sure how good Sunset Saboteur is. And I don't think I need Baleful Mastery to start with. I have Oust, Fatal Push. Maybe that's not enough. I like the Carnage Interpreter, though. I'm having a hard time wanting to cut that one. I could also cut True Name, maybe. Just to stop, just to reduce the amount of cards that have double costs. All right, let's cut True Name and then put in Baleful Mastery. And I'll side in True Name if the matchup is good for it, for sure. All right. This looks like a plan. All right, let's put some lands in the sideboard because there's a decent chance I might want to fiddle with the config. All right, Quinn over here has Ruby and Jet, and nice, kind of like a green-based aggro deck with Othari, Titania, Minsc and Boo, Dungeoneer and Undermount, some good initiative creatures, Mawloc, bunch of mana XL, Strip Mine. Nice. This with Ramanop. Yeah, this deck is cool. Pyroblast in the sideboard. I wonder if that's main deck, but I'll have to see. Mark has a cool deck too. He's 5-color mono white because he has Mox Diamond, Gleemox, a fetch, and a bunch of duels. 2 fetches and a bunch of duels. So he's got like Unearth, Dark Confidant, Sculler, Raffine. Probably going to cut the deck because I feel like the Academy... Mark wheeled Opal and got a 6-pick Tinker that he just hated both of those cards. I kind of feel like Artifacts might not be fully there, but we'll see. 4th Year Lingus is nice. This deck's cool. And Sven is on combo with... Well, White Plume, Parallax Wave, Hildebrand Mandeville, but also Imperial Seal Vamp for Hull Breacher, Twister, Echo Vions with Zerta, Monolith, Ballista. I like it. A lot of stuff going on here. All right, time for round 1. All right, I'll run this hand. Debate Bros mulling. Look, I can play turn 1 Mother of Runes, and then depending on what I'm playing against, I could clamp it on turn 2, or I could just play clamp and leave up Fatal Push. We'll have to see. Wooded Foothills leans me to keeping Mother of Runes, and I drew Glimmerlens, so if this survives, I'm definitely just going to go Glimmerlens go. And then I kind of have the interesting question of, do I attack with Glimmerlens plus Mother of Runes, Expose that, but get to, oh no, my Mother of Runes is dying. Oh, that's a shame. Well, turn 2 Glimmerlens. This hand also lends itself to maybe just playing everything out, and then Malevolent Rumble. Jeez. Okay. Playing everything out and then casting a Carnage Interpreter, but... Oh, they took the Forest. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess I know what I need to draw. Let's play Glimmerlens here. And I've got Skull Clamp ready to roll. Got Ancestral Snapcaster. What is this? Olvenwald Oddity. Sure. All right. Land, please. Oh, Talisman's actually, yeah, that works. Talisman into Ancestral. And let's go 15. I could chump and then Fatal Push that. Is that good? I think I'm just going to play Skull Clamp here. Attack for 2, and then we'll see. I'll take another hit off the Olvenwald Oddity. I mean, if they play a Questing Beast this turn, it's really bad for me. Surrock. All right. Surrock's acceptable. I don't love it, but I can deal. Let's draw. Because now what I think I do is I equip Skull Clamp to this. Oh man, removal spell? Another one? All right, well, here's the good news, is that's going to die. Fatal Push the Surrock. You get to draw a card. It's fine. Land, Snapcaster. Fatal Push the Olvenwald Oddity. All right, that actually worked out fine. I was hoping to block and draw 2 cards and then do that, especially if they don't have something else here, then I get to Skull Clamp this Snapcaster. Oh, never mind. And Fanatic of Ronus is the last card. All right. Let's go Verdant. Play Carnage Interpreter. Discard Lose Focus and Godless Shrine. And pass the turn here. This has been kind of a sick game. They had Galvanic Discharge, Bolt, and Abrade, but I had Snapcaster, Fatal Push, and Ancestral to kind of keep me ahead here. Let's hope they don't draw something big. All right. End of turn. Let's crack this. Get Watery Grave. I could get Shadowy Backstreet, but I want more blue mana than draw a card. I mean, this is the kind of game where Carnage Interpreter. Oh, this is insane. All right, let's go. Staff to make Carnage Interpreter large. Attack for 5. I mean, I think we're going to win this game in a landslide. And they had a pretty good draw, too. Time Walk. And sure, sack a Clue token. Land. So Carnage Interpreter is large again. Let's go Anointed Peacekeeper. And the reason I want to play this first is I'll name... Other hand is Mock Sapphire. Nice. Fanatic of Ronus, I guess. Because then bring it back takes more. No. I'll name Nissa. Sure. Which Nissa was it? Nissa Who Shakes the World. Right there. I think that's the right one. And then I'll equip Glimmerlens to the Carnage Interpreter. And attack for 6 and draw a card and not make this thing shrink. And I already played a land, so let's just pass the turn. Might as well keep Carnage Interpreter large for the moment. All right. They're going to need something pretty good to get out of this one, I suspect. Mock Sapphire, there we go. Up a game here. All right, playing against green. I mean, this is where I think Carnage or True Name looks a lot better. I don't think I want... I mean, Sunset Saboteur as a blocker is also not crazy. But I think Lose Focus is solid still. Anointed Peacekeeper might be a little weaker. I mean, Glimmerlens also might not be the best against someone who's got that much removal. But it's pretty great with Felia. I mean, maybe I take out Lose Focus. They had, let's see. They had a lot of like 3, 4, 5 mana cards. That makes Anointed Peacekeeper also pretty decent. Yeah, maybe I will just take out Glimmerlens. All right. Mana's a little sketchy. I think, I mean, this deck's mana is not perfect, but it does have a decent amount of sources, and something like an Ancestral can help. Okay, well, obviously keeping this. Turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Emperor Bones. If I can Thoughtseize like a big creature, that could also be kind of sick. Though against a deck with a bunch of bolts and stuff, that's a little less intriguing. All right, let's go Thoughtseize. Let's see what you got. Grist, I see. Grist, K-Command, all that. Oddity. I think I take Grist and because that's the card I don't really want them playing on turn 2. If they draw a land and can play K command, then so be it. Also, that requires drawing a red or black land. Like, that does not do it. Playing it is correct, though, to make it so I can't discard it. Oh. Let's go. I could Ancestral, but I think I'm going to go Emperor of Bones here, because I want to eat the Grist before... Oh, I guess they're going to actually just Galvanic Discharge. Also fine, because I want to play Anointed Peacekeeper, but I was hoping to just eat that Grist. I guess didn't really look at the card in hand. All right. They draw Ignoble, so now... I take 1, but play Anointed Peacekeeper, and I think name Ulvenwald Oddity. Yeah, that's actually all kind of worked out, because they can play K command, but I have they can't kill anything with it, and I have not, and they can get back Grist, but that's pretty slow, and I have nothing to discard, or I have so many cards to discard here. All right, play this. Hit for 3, pass the turn. Actually, me discarding is actually good because oh, they didn't even want to use it. All right, they're going to rumble here. Milling, getting Blackcleave Cliffs and milling a bunch of spells. Fire Covenant, yeesh, that's a dangerous one. I feel like I'm in really good shape here, though. So they saved the K command. Interesting. I guess didn't want to get Grist back well enough. All right, I'll take it. They don't have the best Malevolent Rumble deck, honestly. Just they have a lot of spells in it. All right, Ancestral. I think I'm just going to play a land and attack for 3 here. They're going to play Ulvenwald Oddity, and I'm going to Baleful Mastery it. I don't really want to get my Deep Cavern Bat K commanded, so I think what I want to do is just kill the Oddity here. And then bat the K command, leave up Felia. In fact, I could oust or Fatal Push. Let's go Shadowy Backstreet. If I mill this card, which I definitely do, now I can cast Oculus. I could just do that. Is that better? They have K command. The thing is, K command can get back Grist, but I could also kill... Why don't I Fatal Push that one? Oust the bird, so in 2 turns you draw a bird again. And then play an Oculus, exiling everything but Ancestral. And this deck has just been dismantling my opponent. We've just been... Both games we were on the trade cards plan, except I had an Ancestral. That's what that card does sometimes. Ancestral paired with cheap removals, so good. Oh, flipping up a Carney T. Not bad. Okay, they get to K command my Manifest if they want. Oh, playing Surok and leaving up K command. Sure. Draw Adeline as well. No, if I Deep Cavern Bat, they use the K command. Let's see. I think maybe I just attack with these 2. And then, yeah, I could play Adeline, but I don't know that I want to do that. I guess, no, Adeline sounds good. May as well get a token. And actually, I can attack with everything and make a token here. Okay, block. Okay, I guess I'll pass. I don't really need to do anything. So I'm going to K command. But they blocked the Manifest, so feels like they'd be more likely to want to K command, block the token and K command killing the Manifest, I guess. But so killing the Manifest and getting back Grist. I could Deep Cavern Bat the Grist, but I think I'd rather just flip up Carnage Interpreter here. I mean, they're super dead here. Grist is not going to do it. I'll show them a Mox too. They're going to see it either way because they get to see the Manifest end of game. I mean, they need a sweeper at this point, and even there, Celestial Colonnade eventually comes for them. I don't have a blue yet, but there we go. All right, time for round 2, playing with Dark Quarter, and I'm definitely going to keep this hand. They're playing a Consult Jace deck here. And I've got kind of a weird hand. How am I going to open on this? I think I'm going to go Swamp, Pearl, Skull Clamp. And the reason I want to do it this way is I don't really want to play Island first, because if I draw another Swamp, I could him on turn 2, which is nice. And then I don't think I need Lose Focus up on turn 2. I mean, maybe I'll get punished, of course, but... Well, I did get punished, because I actually would have countered that, and it makes Hymn to Turok way worse. But the good news is I can't cast Hymn to Turok, because I have triple white and single blue and single black. So that's not an ideal setup. And though it does hurt a little less to him once they started using Converter, because once the Converter started getting loaded with cards, it doesn't matter too much if you add more to it. But I need to not draw plains or double black cards. Really what I want to draw is a black source into some more action, or just like a Staff of the Storyteller or something like that. I mean, obviously Ancestral Recall would be quite good. Emperor of Bones, sure. I'll play it, and I'll leave up Lose Focus. I don't need to equip this to Skull Clamp here. And they can use their currency converter. That's acceptable. I assume you're using converter, yeah. And this game would go going a lot better if I had left Lose Focus up. I just really didn't want to lead on Island, because that locked me to playing no spells for the next 2 turns. But obviously with currency converter, that wasn't great, and I didn't even draw a black source anyway. Okay, I mean, I guess a Watery Grave gets me into pretty good situation mana-wise. Now I can only counter a 4-mana spell here. Well, Lose Focus is also not even the best counter in this situation. It's a fine card, but... Demonic Tutor, okay. Well, Hymn to Turok, pretty good against Demonic Tutor at least. If they don't play anything. Okay, let's draw black. Oh, Staff of the Storyteller, okay. Well, I'm not going to get to him this turn anyways, so let's just play Staff. Oh, what you got here? Fairy Mastermind. All right, I guess I'll Lose Focus that. Maybe I just die next turn, but I don't really think I'm going to win if I let them draw a bunch of cards. And then Skull Clamp the Fairy token, draw 2 cards. All right. Emperor of Bones. I think the Fairy Mastermind still. Hit for 1, hit for 2. All right, well, next turn I get to hymn them. The thing is, Jace Consult, you also do... No, they have enough mana to do it all. Yeah, if they've got it, they've got it. I just think I'll lose the game if I play as if they're just going to kill me here. And maybe they will kill me. It looks like they are going to. But... tapping all your black mana. That might not be the case. I guess they have a treasure token still. I just feel like my hand ended up being a little bit too kind of slow and didn't do anything. Not that I think you should mulligan that hand. This hand, if I draw a cheap creature or a swamp, is just very good. So there's a lot of outs. I mean, really, any spells or swamps being good means that like this hand was, I think, pretty reasonable, but it didn't really pan out. Drawing like a Plains or a Carnage Interpreter sort of stuff was not ideal. Though maybe I would lose a lot of games to just turn 5 combo anyway. Yeah. Oh, this is Jace the Mind Sculptor. Okay. Well, that's fine. Bounce my Emperor Bones. All right. Interesting. Draw. Yeah, I guess I can Deep Cavern Bat and then him, or him and then deep... No, I can't do both. I think just Deep Cavern Batting is probably better. But let's start by just drawing a card off Staff here. Okay, Island. Deep Cavern Bat. This doesn't trigger the currency converter and lets me see all three of these. Demonic Consultation, Ultima. Oh, interesting. If I take Ultima, I can Limdual's Vault, Consult. Can win next turn. If I take Consult, thing is, he has Jace, he can bounce the bat no matter what. So I kind of think I take Limdual's Vault so he can't cast it end of turn. And then I'm going to play Mother of Runes. And I'm going to clamp the Mother of Runes. Because we're going to get Ultima a decent amount of the time next turn anyways. And this way, if I draw Thoughtseize or Duress or Inquisition, now I can just take the Consult. And the fact that it makes a currency converter token, I don't really care too much about. Okay, I mean, this is, I think, reasonable. I got some good value off my Skull Clamp and Staff. Even if Wrath blows things up, that's not that big of a deal. And I get to take Consult kind of for good. Well, good-ish. I don't know if they can recast out of their graveyard. Okay. Makes a 2/2. So I guess we're not casting Ultima here? Oh, no, I guess it doesn't matter either way. The currency converter is getting blown up. So yeah, you make the 2/2 no matter what. Okay, yeah, you brainstorm with Jace. The Jace is going to be a problem. Yeah, this draw was just too slow. I mean, I think with him as a piece of disruption, it was a reasonable keep, but just didn't really work out fantastically. Okay, I guess we're not casting Ultima. We're just going to Teferi here. Yeah, I'm kind of just losing to Planeswalkers now. Plussing Teferi. Oh my god, for the Teferi Ultima combo. Well, I do have him to Turok, which I guess I'm going to get to use here. Oh, and Adeline. So I can kill Jace too? They can't. Oh, I guess they can make Creeping Tarpon into a creature. Yeah, I'm fine with that, I think. Oh, that is not going to tap my mana. Holy moly. Let's go ahead and attack Jace. Attack Jace. Make a staff counter. Okay, they're animating the tar pit here. Yeah, that's fine. Jace goes to 1. I've got a him as well. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to clamp the bat, give back the Limdual's Vault. They're going to get this back anyway. And now I get to him it away. Oh, put the Ultima back with Jace. Smart. Smart. Play my island now, and I guess equip Clamp to Adeline. Not that it matters too much if I get Ultima'd, but I think it's worth doing. Okay, make another 2/2, sure. I mean, my hand is still pretty stacked if this Wrath does happen. Looks like it's not happening at the moment. I mean, I don't think I'm going to win against just my opponent Jacing every turn, but a sick Time Walk turn could get me there. Like if I draw Time Walk and I go Time Walk, Adeline, plus a couple other things. Okay, I guess we're not playing Ultima then. Or at least not yet. Okay, I go to 15. That Creeping Tarpon is like actually doing work. I could Emperor of Bones something here, like a Mother of Runes or Deep Cavern Bat. I guess Emperor of Bonesing a Deep Cavern Bat can kill the Jace. Okay, so let's go Adeline. All right. Well, I guess I'll do it this way. Emperor of Bones. Get Deep Cavern Bat. Put 2 counters on this. Put Deep Cavern Bat in. See their hand, which I'm sure is, oh, it's just a Spell Pierce. All right. Attack Jace, and then that forces a sack of a Thopter Foundry. Oh, they just didn't? Nice. Okay, that's a huge upside. And then now, Skull Clamp, oh, wait, no. I can't Skull Clamp the bat because this is a finality counter on it. So I guess I could use Staff. I already played a land though. So I think I just pass and then they get Spell Pierce back. All right. Again, I don't think I'm winning, but getting to kill Jace there was pretty nice. Ultima Teferi is going to be annoying still, but, you know, that's fine. Okay, Spell Pierce is out. And Ember Bones does kind of stop these rogue tokens. Yeah, this all could be worse. I mean, I feel like if the rogue tokens attack, I'm definitely getting Ultimate here. It does blow up the currency converter and the Thopter Foundry. So there's that. Okay, they didn't attack, so maybe I'm not going to get Ultimate. I mean, I can get Ultimate at any time. Spell on the stack, everything, so. Yeah, it looks like we're draw step ultimating. All right. I can't do anything about that, so. Honestly, I don't know that I'm losing. Because the Demonic Consultation is gone. The Jace is off the board. Teferi's on 4, sure, but Tar Pit, yeah, I don't care about that at all, I don't think. I mean, eventually I will, I guess. End of turn. Oh, I can't because of Teferi. Let's draw. Oh, that's going to be nice. All right, Thought sees you. Library of Marsh Flats, okay. Adeline. Oculus, exiling. Everything but spells, basically. Pass the turn. Ooh. Got a cheeky Jason. You know, I got Time Walk and Ancestral left in my deck. They can bounce the Oculus. That's obviously going to be the best thing to do. But I got that. I got Thopter Foundry and Currency Converter off the board. Like, I like those things a lot, you know. I think I attack here. Attack Teferi. And attack Teferi. They can animate Tar Pit to block the token. It's fine. Didn't really want to attack with the Jace. I think flipping Jace could be good at some point. I don't need to do it right now. Let's play Colonnade. Let's play Glimmerlens. And I think I'll just keep Talisman to discard to Jace maybe. And then play Felia. All right, let's pass. I mean, I guess maybe flipping Jace to try to find Time Walk would have been good. I don't know. So they have a Marsh Flats in hand plus whatever this is. Oh. Tar Pitting me again. All right. I think I'm pretty close to lethal here. Felia. Hold on, I can attack for 10, 11. If I Colonnade and have a token, that's 6, 10, 11, 17. Oh, that's not lethal, so let's just turn this up and loot with Jace and just look for Time Walk. Discard Talisman. I mean, I get a bunch of looks here. So the question now is, do I want to animate Colonnade? Time Walk's lethal, nothing else is, so I don't think so. I'm at 8. Let's just attack. And attack with everything. Felia the Glimmerlens. Because I get to draw with this. Fatal Push. Well, that kills the Creeping Tar Pit. And I can oust so I can play Oculus. Like I could oust my own thing. Plus one that. What do they tap a mana for? I don't know. Sure, oust my human token. Play Oculus. I just don't care about jacing any of these cards, I don't think. So I'll get this into play and I'll play my land. Sure. Pass the turn. And even if I hit Time Walk or something here, I get to jace it back. The Ancestral's becoming less good, though. Ancestral's a good card against them. Because sometimes they might do some kind of... I guess it doesn't stop the Jace Wielder of Mysteries because they don't get decked there, but it's pretty good against... I don't know, there's some Consult iterations where it works. All right. Here I definitely don't want True Name, and I think I do want Sunset Saboteur. This seems like the place for that. Don't want Relic or Palantir, no. Oust looks pretty terrible. Fatal Push is still fine. Killing the Fairy at instant speed or like the Creeping Tar Pit is good. I don't think I want Entomb Gristlebred or Entomb Woodfall. I'd have to no, it's just not, that doesn't seem good. Baleful Mastery. This is the matchup for that. You exile the Jace, they have no cards in deck. They draw a card and die. Oh, wait. No, I don't think that actually works that way because they would draw a card. Interesting. All right, well, let's play here. We had a lot of cards to play around. Spell Pierce, Ultima, Miscalculation, Currency Converter, Thopter Sword, all that. All right, I mean, got to keep this hand. I mean, this is kind of what I'm looking for, minus a Pearl maybe. If I draw that on turn one, that's money. Though they'll probably Spell Pierce it now. Backstreet. Darkslick? No need. I think I go Bat into Peacekeeper. They're just hard combo. So even though playing... let's actually wait. If they're going to leave 2 mana up for Remand and Miscalculation, let's just wait. We drew Ophelia. We can do that. Oh, I was even thinking about whether to sack the land or not. I mean, you don't really need to unless you... if you don't want to draw lands, it's better to thin, but I feel like Dark Quarter has a counterspell and doesn't want to leave counter mana up or the counter shields down. Yeah, I'm very convinced that playing Felia this turn is right. A library? Well, library is not going to be a big deal because I don't see how they get away from not playing cards here. Okay. Felia. I mean, they could remand it and then library would still be on. All right. So now I could Peacekeeper or I could Deep Cavern Bat. If I Peacekeeper and they let it resolve, I can just name Library of Alexandria. So they might try to be clever and do that. And I want to play my 3 so I can play my 2/2s next turn. Okay. Remand is annoying. Remand lets them library. It's the only counter that does. But I couldn't do much about that. The Bat was also getting remanded. Needed to draw Pearl this turn. So now they get to library. Now, even a Bat's not going to keep them off of library. So it's going to be a tough one. If I draw another discard spell, it becomes really good. If I draw Inquisition or Thoughtseize. Or if they play a card and I get to bat them. And they might play something here. I assume just getting Swamp. What is this? Teferi? That doesn't really count as playing something, unfortunately. All right. Oh, Talisman actually is kind of nice because now I can go Talisman. Play Anointed Peacekeeper. And his Demonic Consultation, Fractured Identity. Jeez, this is a good hand. I was going to name Library, but I guess I should just name Fractured Identity. Because otherwise it doesn't really work out great for me. Well, we'll have to see how this goes, huh? A lot of cards to play around here, and they're very close to combo me. Dark Order's deck is very good. Time Walk, again, it will be a game breaker if I draw it. Time Walk in a creature deck is just really strong. Oh, they're librarying, so they're going to play like Sword of the Meek out or something? Or they do something else to play? Or they're going to discard the hand size. Oh, that's a little weird. Discarding an Ultima? Oh, I drew him to Turok? That's incredible. I can go play the land. Let's attack Teferi first. Not that it matters too much, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, and then him you. This is a good spot for that. I'll tell you that much. Library is officially off, and it wouldn't have been off if they just passed with 7, drew up to 8, him down to 6, drew up to 7, though that would mean they don't get to play any cards this turn. I hit Creeping Tar Pit, Fracture Identity. So didn't hit Consult, which is the card I wanted to hit most, but I do get to play a Deep Cavern Bat here. Actually, let's do it this way, because I want to leave up Felia. Felia is going to get miscalced, but that is fine. Oh, they drew Stern Scolding? Okay. Guess I'll just pass the turn here. It's not like Felia is actually crazy good for me or anything either. So this is the 4 cards they have in hand. If they draw Jace, they just win. Nope, they drew a land. They can play their sword out, sure. Him to Turok was incredible this game. Tell you that. All right, let's go Felia. I'm going to get miscalced. I mean, I don't know how they don't miscalc this. Getting to reset Peacekeeper would be kind of nice too. Verdant, Sunset Saboteur. Carnage Interpreter. No reason to draw anything this turn. I mean, they're almost dead now. They're actually only 1 point short of, or I'm only 1 point short of killing them, because this puts him to 13 and I have 12 here. All right, don't draw Thopter Foundry, don't draw Jace. If I was able to flicker this and name Thopter Foundry, that makes the combo a lot worse. They spend 3 mana to make a 1/1. But so Time Walk wins me the game. Lose Focus probably wins me the game. They didn't draw something that killed me there. Discarding that Ultima was wild. I mean, their hand was really stacked, but I think that was a pretty big error to library right there. Just get a swamp. I don't really need a Watery Grave. Draw a card. Plains does not win me the game. Draw a card. Mother of Runes also not. Play the Plains. Do I have any? Adeline would be lethal, so I think I'm supposed to draw a card here. Thoughtseize is really nice. Let's do that. My deck has some nice disruption. Bat, Thoughtseize, him. You can consult, but that doesn't do anything. Yeah, I take Demonic Consultation. That reduces the... Cut Down can kill the Saboteur. Let's draw one more time, because it would force them to kill Adeline maybe if I draw it. All right, well... Because I just want to make sure I can keep Carnage Tyrant a 5/5, which I can. Okay, attack for 12. Their hand is Spell Pierce, Cut Down. So if they want to cast Cut Down on the Sunset Saboteur, which they should, they discard Spell Pierce. All right. Now I think it's like Thopter Foundry right now, or basically bust. It's very good, especially with Ultima in the graveyard, but we'll see. Boom. 2-0. That was a nice win. That really was. All right. Time for round 3, playing against Blue-Black. And oh, mulligan 7 lands, yes. This hand I'm definitely going to keep. And I'm just going to put back Lose Focus. I really, if I put back Island, I have to use Verdant to get Watery Grave. I don't want to put back Snapcaster with him, and I think him and Deep Cavern Bat are both pretty great. Storm Chaser's Talent, yep. Let's get Shadowy Backstreet. Any Ancestrals? Ancestral Colonnade. Yeah, I'll actually keep that because, look, I can go turn 2. I'm just going to him and then bat later. I'd rather... Sometimes you can just mize and take their lands. I don't know. We'll see if that's good or not. If they don't play a land next turn, it'll be so savage. Well, they have Consider. And they're tanking. Because then next turn I can go Deep Cavern, Bat, Colonnade. Right, they kept on top. Mana Crypt. Okay. Into what? Into Ether Spellbomb. So I think they considered and saw Mana Crypt. That's my guess. And they don't have another land. We'll see if they play a land after this. Looks like they don't. Yeah, I think that's what happened. All right. I guess I can go Bat Thoughtseize. So let's go Thoughtseize. Lorien Revealed. Okay. I'm going to bat their Mystic. I'm going to Thoughtseize their Mystic Confluence and bat their Lorien Revealed. The reason I want to do it that way is this way if Bat gets dealt with, I can... they get back a Lorien Revealed, which is less bad than getting back a Mystic Confluence in the late game. Take Lorien Revealed. All right. If they draw a Swamp here, it's not great for me. If they don't, though, I like it. We got moves? Him 2 lands. I mean, that's exactly why I did that. Next turn, I can... if I draw a Swamp, Snapcaster him, be so sick. Skydiver, empty, yeah, sure. Black Source. Oh, Peacekeeper. I think I'm supposed to Snapcaster and Thoughtseize Barrowgoyf, because Barrowgoyf's way more dangerous for me than Concealing Curtains. All right. I've made them discard like a million cards now. Barrowgoyf down. Don't want to trade Bat for Skydiver. And this also gives me a blocker for the Otter token. Okay, I lost the flip. And they can get back Mystic Confluence with Storm Chaser's Talent if they draw land. But I can also Anointed Peacekeeper it. Let's just get Adeline in here and start smashing. Oh, they drew a counter. All right, that was a pretty good draw for them. Let's hit for 1 lifelink. Go to 16. Yeah, Manalik, that was rough. That would have been really good to resolve. And they won the flip again. Dang, they're winning some good flips, but they're not drawing, as far as I can tell, lots of lands. So go to 7, but I'm going to go to 8. I mean, the Skydiver does not kill me very fast with that thing. Doc Ock. All right, we're not there yet. Their hand is Dig Through Time. And if they draw a land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I actually named Dig. Because if they draw a land, they can cast it. They can, it does mean if they draw land, they can Storm Chaser's Talent, Mystic Confluence, but I think I'd rather keep them slower, and they'd have to draw another land. All right, lose some flips here. Yeah, there we go. Cryogen Relic, draw a card. Okay. The Cyclone Troll. All right, so they drew their land, but we're still, I think, doing pretty well here. Oh, they're attacking me. I like it. All right, Time Walk, Ancestral, Action. Talisman isn't ideal. Does get me closer to Colonnade, I guess, but it doesn't go to the graveyard, which is a pretty big thing. All right, lose this flip, please. This is going to come down to some flips. All right, they go to 5. Now the Colonnade attacking is a pretty big game. So their hand is Dig Through Time and Unknowns. Oh, Concealing Curtain and Unknowns. The Curtains is actually a pretty good blocker for Anointed Peacekeeper, but Colonnade next turn is kind of getting in there. All right. I probably win if I draw action. Oh, they're going to make it so my bat doesn't untap. So do they hit a land as well? They get to play Concealing Curtains. All right. And now they have to decide if they want to attack with Thieving Skydiver or not. Oh, they're going to. Wow. I guess this makes Skydiver Curtains lethal. This is a weird game. Because now, if I colonnade them, it's a 50-50. If they lose the crypt flip, they die. And if they win the crypt flip, they flip Curtains and kill me. If I just pass, it's kind of interesting. They can't attack with Colonnade or Curtains in that world. And then I have Bat next turn. I think I just pass. They have Dig Through Time that they can cast, but drawing the Oculus and having it not be a land or a spell was tough. All right, let's see. They won the flip, so I would have lost if I attacked. I feel like I don't know that their next turn has a good play. And I kind of hope they Concealing Curtains me here, honestly. But that's kind of weak, because like if I had a spell, I would play it. Any good card here, I think wins it, but it's very close. This has just been a close game. A weird game, too. They drew the Mana Leak on a really key turn, but also weren't able to... Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'm just going to do this. If they have an answer, then they have an answer. Okay. I guess that's fine. Snuff Out, sure. Okay, I go to 3, but I get to attack with the Bat if I want. And go to 4. Let's see, draw for turn. Ugh. Ugh. Guess I'll play my land and pass. If I attack, I go to 4, and then these attack back and kill me. It would be nice to trade off this Bat and lose the flip. Okay, they go to 2. Because if I can trade off the Bat and play Oculus, that's a pretty big game. They can flip and attack with both, but then I don't die there either. Okay, I don't care if they have Lorien revealed here. That doesn't seem to do too much. Go to 4. I mean, they're probably still at 50-50 to win the game. Or sorry, 50-50 to just straight up lose. Like their win percentage is capped at 50 because of this Mana Crypt. But if they win that flip, they certainly could potentially win the game. All right, any time walks? Oh, getting griefed my last card, and it's the Oculus that I finally could cast. Oh my god. All right. What a game, huh? This has been a good one. This has been a good one. If I didn't hymn their lands, I guess I probably... Well, I don't know. If I hymned 2 of their spells and then Thoughtseize them a bunch, I might have been able to win this game that way too. But I'm also at 4. I'm not even dead to the Concealing Curtains, though. I guess if they Dig Through Time, they're probably going to get to do something decent. They might not be able to get something in play, though. Let's see what they got. Dig Through Time. They have to get another creature into play to threaten to kill me next turn. If it's longer, then I get more chances of Mana Crypt flips. I guess they could maybe find a way to get rid of their own Mana Crypt if they have that. They've already played a land here. All right. Any removal spell, Time Walk. I mean, I assume Ancestral probably wins me the game. Okay, did you find something else to play, or all right, we're done. Draw for turn. Okay, Staff of the Storyteller. Well, doesn't necessarily win me the game, but it doesn't do anything right now. But it's okay. It'll do something next turn. It means I have a good draw next turn. Won the flip. Shieldred is the card I'm scared of. They're gonna go land Shieldred. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I just knew it. And I can attack them to 1, and then they go up to 4 here. So it's again a 50-50. That's what you're telling me? Okay. 50-50 plus I get a draw step here. I go to 2, so I can't draw off the staff. Oh man, what a game. All right, can I just win a coin flip? I feel like I haven't kept track, but I feel like they've won more flips. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. William won the flip. To win that game, oh man, what a game. I like True Name in this matchup. I don't know about Sunset Saboteur. I don't know, Peacekeeper looked just okay. Carnage Interpreter looked solid. Yeah, I don't really want Relic of Sauron. Yeah, I guess I could see Anointed Peacekeeper getting out. All right, on the play. Man, what a tough game. I had to draw. Basically, I had to draw like no action. Oh, what a nice hand. No action for like 3 turns and lose a bunch of flips. But this was also the game where my opponent didn't play a land on turns 2, 3, or 4 or something like that. Start on Thoughtseize. Take that Mana Crypt if I see it. Lorien Revealed, Barrow-Goyf, Mana Leak. Let's just take the Barrow-Goyf. Because I can bat next turn and take whatever I want. White land is nice. Yeah. Just bat the Mana Leak, I think. Oh, and a Bank Buster? Yeah, it's definitely batting Mana Leak. They have a bunch of ways to spend 2 mana to draw a card. Didn't cycle Lorien Revealed either. Interesting. Okay, Cryogen Relic. The Cryogen Relic untapping even was like super critical. Oh, Snap next turn could be okay. Let's just get the Glimmerlands into play, because this draws cards without spending mana. Play this, get rid of Swamp. You know, I haven't drawn Time Walk in 2 matches, or Ancestral, I think. I think I drew them both round 1 and they were great, but I haven't seen them in a bit, and I think winning these games would be a lot easier if I had one. Oh, I messed up bad. I forgot that he was just going to crack Cryogen Relic. That was stupid of me. All right, well, let's go Snapcaster Mage. Oh, hold on, I should play my island. Snapcaster Mage. Get back Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize. Cut down. Oh, Cycle Lorien Revealed. Sure. Wow, does it hand all lands or something? It's Baleful Strix, Counterspell, Troll, and lands. Just take the Baleful Strix, I guess. And hit for 2. Counterspell's not particularly good here. I guess they can play Bank Buster and leave up Counterspell, sure. But I'm kind of just cruising. They have a Troll in hand as well. Okay. Just go draw. Attack for 5 and draw a card. Oh, I guess I didn't really think of the Carnage Interpreter. Could have played that. Let's just play Staff first and see what happens. William Regal really wants to draw a card off that Bank Buster, I would imagine. So, land. Yeah, I messed up by drawing first, but I'm just going to play my thing. And get 4 clues. I have enough ways to spend mana to draw cards. I mean, the Skull Clamp wasn't going to be amazing here regardless, but obviously there's just no reason to attack first. Okay, they have Troll of Khazad-dûm in hand, and they're drawing a card off Bank Buster main phase. I like it. I mean, I'm attacking for 1,000,000 damage here. Snuff Out also is just not very good against this squad. All right, well, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and attack. The Carnage Interpreter is going to be smaller, but Ancestraling first doesn't really seem like it's going to make it larger, so let's just send. Ooh, him is going to be nice. Makes me do a little bit less damage, but I think I'll be all right. Him you. Play Malcolm? Sure. And Cycle Troll. Okay. Hit Swamp Grief. I'll Ancestral myself. All right. Let's just play land and pass. This Carnage Interpreter is just permanently at 3 now, but that's fine. I mean, they can If they have Fallen Shinobi, they could maybe try to Mize a Time Walk or something. If they have Kaito's just not going to do anything. Dig through time. Okay. I think we're going to game 3 here. Oof, what a game 1, huh? This game was just Thoughtseize into Bat, into Glimmerlens, into Snapcaster Thoughtseize, just kind of dismantling them. Even though I missequenced this game a couple times, I'm not going to lie. Basically, the two main things is I attacked with Bat when they had Cryogen Relic out and I had Glimmerlens, just no reason to do that. And then I attacked and drew a card with Glimmerlens before playing Carnage Interpreter. So this is going to be Shieldred. Yeah, let's draw a card in response. Okay, well, that's nice. Oust the Shieldred. They get to Crew Bankbuster. Oh, no, they're done. All right. Oh, I was going to draw Fatal Push off a clue anyway. Game 3. Sunset Saboteur seems like it could be kind of nice as well. Maybe I take out Adeline. It dies to Snuff Out. It's a double white card. Oculus also dies to Snuff Out, but that one comes in late enough that maybe they'll have run out of stuff. It's not like I'm going to board out all my targets, but Adeline's a really juicy Snuff Out target, so I think I like this better. Taking out the 2 3-mana white creatures. All right, on the draw. Yeah, I mean, I got to keep this hand. Not loving this one, to be honest. And I guess I play Colonnade first. And then play turn 2 Mother of Runes, turn 3 Jace or something along those lines. Drawing Inquisition or Thoughtseize would be very nice. Him would be good. Time Walk would be amazing. I'm going to be a little bummed if I get to cast Time Walk like one time this whole draft. Because I think I just cast it once. Yeah, this is not looking great. I mean, they're not the best Mana Crypt deck, but it's still a Mana Crypt, so... Okay. Black-white land is not helpful, so let's go... Mother of Runes or just play Jace? I think I'm going to go Mother of Runes. Shadowy Backstreet. Okay, that is helpful. Now I kind of wish I played the Jace because I'm going to run into a spot where I Ancestral maybe can't make another play this turn, but if Shieldred hits here, I'm basically dead unless I draw something very quickly. If William Regal can't kill my Mother of Runes, we might be talking, but I don't have a high confidence with that, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I'm going to take it. And he considers? Oh, is this hardcast Snuff Out? Oh, Kaito. All right. I mean, that's okay, I guess. I get to Ancestral now, and having Mother of Runes up in this matchup is going to be really good. All right, so what I need to draw off Ancestral is a play of some kind. 2 on top, huh? I don't like that. Okay. Island also lets me play something here. Oh, I'm getting forced? Brutal. Okay. Case Godless Shrine go. Oh, they have Force of Will too. Wow. Very nice. All right. I have 1 every Crypt Flip as usual. Okay. I'm going to attack with Kaito. I'm forced to block here. And give this pro black. Can minus Kaito on my Mother of Runes now, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I didn't take damage, so that's not so bad. I guess they can level up Storm Chaser's talent and get back Force of Will. Okay, so what do I want to draw? You know what would be really good to draw is if I could draw any play that costs 2 mana here would be pretty solid. All right. And including a hymn or something. Another swamp. Yeah, my deck's kind of betraying me here. Okay, they didn't force the Jace at least. Past the turn. The fact that I just so far have not drawn a single play has just been rough. It really has been. Gonna attack with Kaito again. Probably still... Oh, tap. Give it Pro Black. Don't want this getting stunned twice. Yeah, you can hit me, I guess, for 3. Sure, I go to 11. You have Force of Will. I mean, if William doesn't have a play and just has gonna bank on the Force of Will, I guess I don't mind that so much. All right, now maybe we can do something. Fatal Push doesn't do anything here. Let's loot with Jace. All right, action. Come on. Okay, that's something. Let's play around Mana Leak, I guess. Let's go Staff here. Force of Will the Staff. Nope. All right. And I'm going to draw a card here. And play a Talisman. You can Force of Will that if you want. All right, pass the turn, I think. Yeah, I'll leave Mother of Runes up. It's fine. I'm not that worried about Kaito either way. Uh-oh, Malcolm? Malcolm, actually, I wouldn't mind. No, this is something else. Is this dig through time? Oh my god. That's bad. That is bad. I thought, for just 1 second, I thought I might have gotten away with it. I was like, well, if he just has Force of Will, it isn't doing that much, but... Though, I did just hit a bunch of cards. I hit another blue source off this Talisman. This is going to be a close game. I think I'm losing now, but it's very far from clear. Active Mother of Runes is a pretty big game. I'll say that. That said, I'm going to have to use the Mother of Runes here. Okay. Hasn't died yet. Shieldred? Oh, Barrowgoyf. Barrowgoyf is fine. I have Fatal Push. Let's draw. Oh, and that enables Fatal Push nicely. Okay. Verdant. And I'm going to get Watery Grave. I think untapped. I think another blue is going to be good. It's also going to save me a life off Talisman already, so. Fatal Push, Barrowgoyf. Counterspell, okay. Draw with Jace. Hope I don't draw something too good, because let's get Fatal Push back. Fatal Push, Barrowgoyf. Okay, Force Pitching Mystic Confluence. Snapcaster, Ancestral myself. Okay. We're cruising now. So now I'm just gonna go Time Walk. There's the Time Walk. There it is. And then Spirit Token attacks Kaito. The hymn isn't going to do much for me, but next turn I get to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Yeah, so let's just go Felia. Sunset Saboteur. Carney. Not Carney T. Carney T is Carniter. And then plus Jace on Barrowgoyf and kill Kaito with my Spirit. All right. Okay, my deck had a busted turn there. That was through 2 counterspells. I Ancestral Time Walked at a turn where 2 counterspells happened. Now, William's going to have to draw, I think draw Shieldred like literally right now. Or I just win extremely easily. Because next turn I get to Time Walk again and he's just dead. All right. Shieldred or bust, I think. Oh, this deck played out really nicely. Opening 3 good power, or opening 2 and getting past 1. I mean, Time Walk and Ancestral are both so sick, and I took Snapcaster Jace for that reason. The Barrowgoyf doesn't do anything because I have a Mother of Runes. Could animate Storm Chaser's talent. Yeah, that's fine by me. Oh, hardcast troll. That doesn't matter. You're just dead. Dead as a doornail. -3 on time walk. Time walk. Let's go oust the Barrogoyf. Attack with everything. Felia. Boom. Ooh, and props to Mark, Blackwind. We both 3-0'd. Kudiak got 1, and that's the draft. We won 7-5. So we got... Sven didn't have the easiest draft, but that happens, of course. Happened to me this very week. And look at that. Draft 1 of no artifacts going swimmingly. Honestly, this deck, without the 3 power, would have been still solid. Like, it's with the power, it's a busted deck, of course. These are busted cards. And this, as I do, I draft to optimize my best cards because I think those gives you pretty good gains, like having Snapcaster Jace for Time Walk and Ancestral. But let's say I didn't have these power. Let's say this was just another land, and then these were 2 decent spells. Let's say Mana Leak for Time Walk, and even just like, I don't know, random 1-drop creature or something like that. Something kind of not too consequential. This deck would still have Inquisition, Thoughtseize, him, Bat as a lot of hand disruption with Snapcaster and Jace as additional ways to flash it back. Oust, Fatal Push, Baleful Mastery as creature removal. Mother of Rune's also very good in creature matchups. Has some good decent threats, have some other decent plays. So I think it would have been an okay deck. Obviously, once you add the Pearl, the Time Walk, and the Ancestral, it became pretty gross, and we got the 3-0. Let's take a look at the draft. This is a very interesting draft. All right, so pick 1, Inquisition over Converter, Barrogoyf. Honestly, I think Barrogoyf Inquisition's close, but the way I look at it is I feel like I'm pretty behind when I don't have anything like this. When I don't have a Barrogoyf, like other 3s can replace it, even though it's one of the better ones. Yeah, you could take Fury there. I don't think Fury is that good. And I think red is a color you don't really want to go into super early unless you have a reason to. And I don't view Fury as that reason. It's also Path if you really wanted white. Not a great pack. Anyways, pick 2. Easy bat. I would do that 10 out of 10 times after first picking Inquisition. If you first pick Fury, of course, you take Fiery Confluence. If you first picked Currency Converter like a maniac, you could take Pinnacle Emissary. I wouldn't recommend that. Even I wouldn't do that, and I love artifacts. If you first pick Path, you could take Winds for the combo and wheel one of those 2. I don't know. I just don't think that's great. I think Inquisition's great. I'm happy I took Inquisition Bat. Underground Sea vs. Emperor of Bones was close. I think you're supposed to take Emperor of Bones because you can end up not in blue, and Emperor is a great card. And it worked out pretty well because I still got Watery Grave. My mana ended up mostly okay. I had some games where it was a little awkward, but overall it worked. Nothing else here is great. I mean, I guess the red drafter goes Fury, Fiery Confluence, Chain Lightning, sure. The white drafter maybe Path, still takes Bat or something, and then Skyclave. No, maybe takes some Emperor of Bones. I don't know. This pick's interesting. Maybe this was wrong. Sunset Saboteur, I ended up not main decking it, though. When I boarded it in, it was pretty good. Maybe I should have main decked it. If you're going to take a card that's not Sunset Saboteur after taking 3 black cards, honestly, a red-white duel is probably fine. I think Mardu is good, and this is one of the better duels and more sought-after duels. You could take Jace, but I think that's a little excessive. I wouldn't take Upheaval. I would take Sacred Foundry if I didn't take Sunset Saboteur there. Here, I think this is a kind of easy Godless Shrine. Ended up being pretty important. And you're not in a position to take Key. Let's check in on my artifacts draft. If I went Converter, Pinnacle Emissary, probably Underground Sea, or maybe Jace, into Upheaval, into Manifold, but that's just, you can't draft that way. Like, at least when I draft artifacts, I start with a Mana Vault and then try to force it. Like, you can't start off nothing. Fatal Push over Strix and Sculler. I just think the cheap interaction is super important, and I wasn't sure whether I wanted to do white or black, or white or blue rather. I didn't really have a strong pull besides the Godless Shrine. Oust over Retrofitter, there, the artifact payoff, and another Key, sure. Oliphant over Hildebrand, Mandeville, and Raffine. I would have ended up playing Raffine, and it would have been great. So maybe that's a reason when you're in black-white creatures to just take that. I thought there was still a chance I would take Oliphant and go that direction, but I guess, I don't know, that one's close. Here I just kind of hated Relic of Sauron over Tainted Pact or Consider. I guess I would have played Enduring Innocence, but I don't think it would have been amazing. A double white card, because I ended up in a 3-color deck. Peacekeeper, Backstreet, I'm pretty happy about those picks. Sarah Paragon is good, but I like disruptive elements. I don't know, I want to interact with my opponent. Carnage Interpreter was awesome. It just bought itself at least another month in the cube. This one's always on the border of being cut, but when it's good, it can be really good. Then, of course, I first picked Pearl, second picked Time Walk. That's just in the money right there. Turns out, by the way, there's no artifact drafter. Academy, Mox Opal, Tinker, none of those got played. That's a rarity. Maybe without me in the draft, that's what happens. But when I go into artifacts, people take my Academy anyway. So I took Pearl and Time Walk. I took Clamp and wheeled Oculus here. I like Clamp. When you have a Mox, Clamp gets so much better. Just Clamp is really good at using all your mana every turn, and so Mox is super efficient. I felt it was necessary to take Watery Grave, and I'm happy I did. I wheeled a Glimmerlens out of this pack, then slamming Thoughtseize, slamming Darkslick Shores over Cut Down, pouring out one for my Mox Opal Nugan. Then took Baleful Mastery, which turned out being pretty important too. Then took Colonnade. I love Celestial Colonnade. I didn't activate it much, but it's just really good. So I like it more than Curtains, No More Lies, but The Verge. It's kind of rough because this whole pack I wanted. Then I hated Gristlebrand. Kind of almost played it after taking Entomb. Got a nice late Hymn over these blue creatures, a nice Oculus, Glimmerlens, and then some hate drafts, and then open Ancestral. Second pick was kind of a miss. I took Entomb. I would take Entomb again here. As it turns out, Eagles would have probably been better for me, or I don't even know. That's just kind of a weak pack. I think you're just supposed to take Entomb. Jace is excellent. I like it over Lorien and Miscalc just because of Ancestral and Time Walk. Same with Snapcaster over Flooded Strand. It was a tough pick, and Snuff Out for that matter, but Snapcaster with those cards is just too good. Then I got to take my Verdant over like Daze and Elspeth. And then I took Lose Focus over Scrubland, which honestly I kind of wish I just took Scrubland. Lose Focus is on the splash or semi-splash isn't that great. And then there was Hallowed Fountain, but I took Felia because Felia is that good, and Mother of Runes, and then Adeline. So I picked up a bunch of white cards. Talisman was actually pretty solid. All right, and Staff and True Name I ended up playing. So pretty nice how that draft turned out, how the games turned out. Really fun games. I really like drafting interactive decks. I don't know, they also lead to really cool games. And I think I get to win a lot of the games that maybe other players wouldn't. Like, I don't know. I feel like that game against Dark Quarter where we just ground through a million cards, a lot of ways to screw those games up, you know? So, same with the games against William Regal. So, that'll do it for this one. This was a very successful draft, I will say. And no artifact week is kicking off nicely. So, remember, the rest of the week, no artifacts. Let's see how that goes. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.